Hi, and a pleasant day to each and everyone. This is Maria Cristel D. San Jose, teacher from Bilibiran Elementary School and ICT coordinator of Binangonan Sub-Office. So, with the current situation, we understand that it would be somewhat difficult for some of us to work and study. But we don't have to worry because we come up with the perfect solution that allows us to do all that without having to leave the comfort and safety of our home. Have you heard about it? Yes, it's Google Classroom. And with Google Classroom, us teachers can conveniently teach and assess learners' progress while at home with just a few taps. So please join me and my class on our journey on distance learning. Hi, good morning everyone. I'm Maria Cristel de San Jose, and I will be your teacher in grade 5 science. So for this subject, we will be having our online class via Google Classroom and Google Meet. And as scheduled or as announced and in our classwork, under the topic announcement, we will be having our Google Meet every Monday at 8:30 in the morning. And as for our attendance, you just have to click on classwork and find the date today, which is September 26, 2020, and click yes. And don't forget to click turn in. Okay, may I ask Aliyah to check the attendance?
Good morning, Ma'am Cristel. Good morning, classmates. I'm sorry to tell you that one of my classmates is absent.
Okay, thank you, Aliyah. So I just want to remind everyone for our classroom Google Meet rules. We have to show up a few minutes before class time and wait to be admitted into the class. You have to find a quiet place free of distractions like your siblings, television, parents, pets, etc. Be respectful at all times. While your video is on, no hand gestures or inappropriate language. Stay on mute. Click the raise hand button if you have a question or something to share. And lastly, you have to stay focused and on task so you don't miss anything what the teacher will say. So for today's objective, at the end of the lesson, we will be able to classify properties of materials as to their uses. And you have to identify properties of solid materials used at home. You will be able to read the self-learning module in Science 5, weeks 1 and 2, pages 6 to 12. And the quote of the day is whatever you do it well by Walt Disney. So before we start our lesson, let us have first our weather report. And it will be given
Good,
to us by Louis.
good morning, class. I'm Luis Andre Pinion, and and here's the weather report. Today is Saturday, September 26, 2020. The temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. The sunrise is at 5:44 a.m., while the sunset will be at 5:49 p.m.
Thank you, Louis. Do you agree with the weather report that it would be a cloudy day today? Magiging cloudy day ba today? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So for our first activity, I have here a picture. I want you to observe the materials that can be found in the kitchen. Can you name some of the materials and can you please tell the uses of the materials found in the kitchen? Okay. Aliyah?
Glass. We use it for drinking.
Okay, the glass is used when we drink hot or cold beverages. Very good, Aliyah. Who else? What else aside from the glass?
Rolling pin. We use rolling pin to flatten a dough.
Okay, so we use the rolling pin in making a dough. What else? Yes, Rian.
It used to boil water.
Okay, so the kettle is used in boiling water. Okay, very good. And now I have here some questions. The first one is, what can you say about the materials used to make those products? So we have the rolling pin, the kettle, and the glass. What can you say about the materials used in making the kettle, the rolling pin, and the glass? What can you say about those materials? Like the kettle. It is made up of Rian.
It is made up of metal.
Okay, very good. It is so the kettle is made up of metal. What else? Yes, Aliyah.
They are all solid.
Okay, so they are all solid materials. Very good. Okay, next. Is the color of the materials used important? For example, the glasses. Do they have the same color? Yes or no? Yes, Aliyah?
No, ma'am,
Hmm.
because the kinds of material is what matters.
Okay, so the most important thing is the kind of material used in making those products. Very good. Okay, next. Which of those materials do you think is durable? Rian?
Then it is made up of
Okay, it is made up of metal. That's why that's what makes it durable. What else aside from the metal? Yes, Louis?
spoon.
Okay, the spoon is also made up of metal. Okay, and it is also durable. And lastly, what phase of matter those materials belong? Like the kettle, the spoon that you have mentioned. What phase of matter those materials belong? They all belong to, yes, Louis?
Solid.
Okay, they all belongs to solid phase of matter. Very good. So I have here a picture, another picture. So I want you to look at the materials that you have mentioned earlier. What if I want to make a model of a bridge? Which material should I use to make it strong? Ashley, what material should I use to make this bridge strong?
You can use some metal to make your bridge strong.
Okay. Do you agree with Ashley that I have to make the bridge using the metals? Do you agree? Can you show me a thumbs up? Okay, so everyone agrees that I have to make it with a metal. And this bridge is the longest bridge in our country. It is called the San Juanico Bridge. So for our first activity, you will answer learning task number 2 and it will be found on the classwork under topics weeks 1 and 2. You just have to click the link and you will be redirected to learning task number 2. So as the direction says, you have to match the materials in column A with their uses in column B. Okay, let us now check your answer. So for now, we have the knife and it is used in food preparation or cutlery, while the wood is used in chairs and tables. Number 3, the cloth is used as blanket. Number 5, ceramic cup. It holds a hot liquid, while muriatic acid is used to clean the toilet bowl. Powder detergent removes dirt in soiled clothes. Number 8, mirror, which reflects the existing light. And number 9, the bath soap, uh, which is used in personal hygiene. And last is electrical wires, which conducts electricity. So do you have the same answer with the, do you have the correct answer? Yes? Okay. So let's have now the properties of materials. So these are the properties of materials. When we say properties, they are distinctive characteristics that describe an object or material. These properties of materials determine their uses and importance. These properties may be observed directly or indirectly. Let's observe the teapot, plates, cups, and saucers. What characteristics do they share in common? Yes, Aliyah?
They are all made from ceramic.
Okay, very good. They are made from the same material, which is ceramic. What else, aside from it is made up of ceramic? Is there any other characteristics that they share in common? What will happen to those materials if it will be fall from the table? If it will fall from the table, what will happen to those materials? They those materials are made from ceramics. Its property shows that it is hard, rigid, waterproof, and resistant to heat. And these properties make them a good material for holding hot liquids. Another one is durability. It is the ability of the materials to withstand wear, pressure, or damage. You can describe a metal kettle by saying that it is strong and it is durable, just like the roof and the ring. Other properties of a solid are porosity, ductility, brittleness, elasticity, and malleability. So when we say porosity, this is the ability of a material to hold liquid to a certain extent, or the ability of an object to absorb water or liquid, just like the sponge. Another one is called ductility, or the property that allows a solid material to be transformed into wires, just like the copper wire. And then we say brittleness, it is the ability of the solid to be broken into pieces, like the broken glass. And elasticity is the property of solids to return to their original shape after being stretched, just like the rubber band. And lastly is malleability, which is the property of solids to be hammered into sheets. Okay, for our next activity, you have to answer learning task number 1 in our classwork. So using the given objects presented in the table, you have to write as many characteristics or properties as possible to describe each object. Okay, let us check your answer. Okay, I will find someone to answer the activity using the student selector. I will just click on the icon on the upper right and it will select someone from the class. Okay, so the first one that I picked is Justin Tayong. And I guess Justin is absent today. I will just mark him as absent. And I will find the next one to answer. I will click on yes. And the next one is Aliyah. Okay. Aliyah, let us see your answer. Aliyah, can you please read your answer?
Number 1, chopping board, and it's durable and hard. Number 2, plastic plates, and it's clear, smooth, and transparent. Number 3, glass, and it's clear, transparent, hard, and smooth. Number 4, rubber band, and it's smooth and elastic. Number 5, steel knife, water, and it's water and heat resistant, malleable, and durable.
Okay, very good. So all of her answers are correct. That the chopping board is durable and it is hard, that the plastics are clear and smooth, and it is also transparent, while the glass are clear, transparent, hard, and smooth, together with the rubber band and with the steel knife. Okay. So based on the activity that we have done, how do we classify materials? So based on the lesson that we had, and based on the activities that we did for learning task number 1 and 2, how did we classify those materials that can be found inside the home? How do we classify those materials? We classify them according to, yes, Kim?
We classify materials by their characteristics.
Okay, very good. So we can classify the materials according to their characteristics or properties. Aside from their characteristics and properties, what else? We can also classify them according to their, yes,
Use,
Aliyah?
uses.
According to their uses. Very good. So everybody, we can classify the materials according to their characteristics or properties and uses. Okay. Do you have other questions? Anyone from the class? Do you have other question? Okay, if you have no question, we will now proceed to the last activity. And it will be coming from the classwork under weeks 1 and 2. Learning task number 5. Click the link of learning task number 5. Okay. So if you're done with the activity or the learning task number 5, this will be your assignment. You have to make a sample inventory of household materials present in your home. So when we say inventory, you have to write down all the materials or the household materials that can be found inside your home. And you will write it on your study notebook that can be found also in our classwork. And lastly, for the reflection, you have to answer the reflection on your study notebook, which says that you understand the lesson, what particular topic in the lesson did you understand, and what do you realize from this activity or from this lesson? Okay. So for now, that's all for today and see you again soon. Thank you and good morning.